Hello my little worms, I'm Dei, and welcome back to Dei Completes Arknights, this series in which I try to actually make progress in the Arknight story, one level at a time. And the level we're attacking today is M8-5. Ruination, long awaited. With enough effort, drops of water can pierce through stone. Everything you've experienced will coalesce into the truth and spread across this land. Good to know. What does that mean? What is everything that I've experienced, and why is it coalescing into the truth, and why is it spreading across the land? And how is this related to drops of water piercing through stone? I don't know. Perhaps we will find out. Though probably not. A radio. Who is the radioing? Probably. I don't know. Transmission went through, but to who? Captain, do you copy? Probably to Rosmontis squad member, would be my assumption there. I'm here. It's me. What's your status? Single. Not that kind of status. Most of us are fine. We're trapped under this building at the moment, but we found an access hatch. Good. We'll regroup with you if we find another exit. We disabled the restart function. Rest assured, we've got a very defensible position. Make your way here and you won't have to worry about getting caught flat-footed. Restart function for what in particular? It's been too long since the last time we were here. I don't remember the context, but something has stopped being restarted. Good, presumably. But Bluish Silver, she's... Gah! No, Rosmontis, wait! Focus on the mission. Don't come for us. You promised us before we set out. But keep your promise. We wouldn't have followed you into Chernobog without it. Remember our talk back when we joined your team. Listen to me, Rosmontis. We talked about how elite operators and their teams are all different. I mean, it would be weird if they weren't. If all elite operators were just the same person, then it wouldn't be elite operators, it would be elite operator, singular. Probably unimportant though. You can do so much. You arts are so strong. That's probably meant to be your, but it says you, so you arts are so strong. There's not much we can do for you in a fight. But when you can't handle the burden, we'll share it with you, just like Amia and the other elite operators. But you're my team. Calm down. Bluish Silver's last wish was that we help you grow as a warrior, not a soldier and not a weapon. Captain, you get your job done. We'll make it out of here safe. Listen, Rosmontis, this might be hard to do, but it's what Bluish Silver wanted. You're not just an elite operator. You're Rosmontis. We all love you. Not just your team, but Rhodes Island and the infected. Everyone who hates loss and destruction. We all love you. So, Captain, think about what Rosmontis would do, okay? Over and out. Tell Amia hi for us. ... Don't leave me. Please come back. We will. They cut the transmission. Yes, I kind of figured that from the sound of the transmission cutting. What's the situation? Oh, Amia. We lost one member of the engineering team, but the rest are safe for now. Rosmontis. We need a little more firepower. The Grid and Mortar team needs supplies. We'll ambush them. Are you okay? Amia. After Ace died, what did you think? Oh. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I want to know. Sorry, I don't want to think too much about it. You want to run away too? No, it's just not the time to face up to it. Tears are for the end, when it's all over. I only remember the very end. I was thinking that I didn't want to let him or any of our Rhodes Island operators die in vain. Good. Recon operator, tell me where. I'm going. Reunion is totally out of control. Watch yourself. Because we're their enemy. Because everything is their enemy. Without an enemy to fight, sometimes people make their own. Probably. I guess so, I don't know. What are you worried about? Vanguard group, attack! So we can either make the sniper group fall back, the defender operators cover them, or the casters cease fire. Probably defender operators, that seems probably more useful here. Roger, hold fast. Don't let them cut off the corridor.
No further. Too scary. Don't hit. Pain. Pain everywhere.
That's an unpleasant infection symptom. They are no longer human. If you want to ask if I worry about Rosmontis, Amia, and their teams, I have to confess, there's no use worrying. We settled on the plan, and it all runs on a pre-designed track. If you squeeze onto someone else's trail, you'll just end up derailing two trains. The herd doesn't look like it's pushing up. Stay focused. We want to pass through, not wipe them out. Clear them in waves. We don't have the capacity to take on an entire battlefield. I'm worried about Rosmontis, probably. Rosmontis is a powerhouse, and the elite operator best supported by her team. She clears her mission objectives cleanly and decisively, as long as the operation utilizes her properly. Isn't that a little cold? And now we're in a different location, presumably in a flashback, but it isn't in black and white, so I don't know. I don't think so. She's through all 7 training segments and passed every test given to her. There were 3 in which she showed particular promise. I have no faith in casters like this. Kal'tsit, I pride myself on my skill with arts, and I hope to help others with it. That's not what Rosmontis is. Her Ignium arts... Art? that just confused me for a second. Is that meant to be R? Her Ignium arts are? Yeah, that makes probably more sense than her Ignium arts art. Her Ignium arts are not those that serve to benefit mankind. I want her to fight, but for one consideration. If Rosmontis spent her whole life in the greenhouse, her outburst once reality shatters, her beautiful world would be catastrophic. Ooh, concerning. If you can't do it, I will. Pith! You and Amir have too much faith in the future. One misstep and someone else's future is gone forever. Before we make a judgment like that, we have to at least try. I'm worried about a future that's beyond saving. For now, I'll have her serve as an elite operator. Not in the future, but now. Right now, we teach her, polish her, forge her strength into shape, hold her to the highest standards, and watch her stand firm in the face of catastrophe. Until there is nothing in the world that can shake her. Only then will she be free of the terrible fate the Columbians sent out for her. Only then can she lead her own life. That is my goal. I knew you'd say something like that, Kal'tsit. But who's responsible for her? I need you to work with me. I need the elite operators on this together. And I promise you, I stake my life on it. We will see this through. Good for you. A war cast in warmth and kindness is a much more dangerous form of war. I don't want to speak of such horrible cruelties, even if my fears should never come to pass. Amir and Rosmontis are in the care of Rhodes Island herself, and more directly the elite operators who take responsibility for them. Further, they are the core of the squad strategy, Dr. Dei. Trust in them, and you trust in yourself. Trust in myself? Ever! When have I ever trusted in myself? I'm a dumbass. Hey Hawk, did you see that? How could I not? You look like any other character, but your name is Hawk apparently. Shh, don't give us away. Then why did you ask me? You're the one making noise. I said shh. You don't want the captain to chew you out. She can't talk. How would I know if she's chewing me out or if it's just you pretending for her? I wouldn't do that. I know. I mean, enough. I know you want to ask about this stuff. You've got all these weapons and armor cases, all this machinery laid out all nice. If it was just laying around, I'd say I came up with 1 million Victorian pounds or so. I bet you 2 big ones that's Ursa's stuff. I saw goods like this when I was smuggling around Laval. This is brand spanking new. You got the Central Corps, but other units can't have had anything like this more than, maybe 5 years? You think it makes any sense that Reunion could have just looted all this equipment? You mean the guys who got around swinging pipes? I don't think they'd even know how to grease it. What about the guerrillas? They're ex-Ursa's army. So much whispering. I'm just going to say it normally for this. How long ago did they desert? These big, heavy metal guys would sink if you pushed them into a lake. Even if they managed to bring some logistics units with them all those years ago, they'd probably all be dead by now. Think about it. With the stuff they're using now, it's a miracle they can keep their plates wiped clean. Let them get their hands on these weapons. I doubt they'd even know which end to point at the enemy. The pointy end, or if it's a gun, the shooty end. You're making them sound like a bunch of idiots. They are. Ignorance and idiocy. Good job, me. Idiocy aren't the same thing. Logistics is still as much as its knowledge. The guerrillas aren't dumb, but the odds that they'll come across infected logistics officers eager to run off with them are pretty slim. Saving the infected officer from execution, that's a tall order. Look, the serial number's been filed off. Sure, a deserter might do that, but you know who else might? You might do it if you were trying to trick somebody. It wasn't done very clean. Just looking at it, I can tell what kind of file they used. Interesting, you can tell what type of file. Impressive. Looks like somebody was short on time. But the most important thing for now, we have to tell them, and quick, whether or not it's useful info. I just hope we're not too late. Captain, should we have Raiden tell Amir's team, or go report it direct? We should keep Reunion and the weird-looking guys busy back here. Got it. Wait. We've got bogies closing in on our position. Mantra, you on it? Just make them forget what they're doing. No need to fabricate some orders or turn them into gibbering morons or whatever. Conserve your strength. If we run into Reunion, we'll need you to defuse the situation. Double Good. Be careful. Right. Okay. And it's good to send Captain here. The Ursa's army is in the core city. Good to know. Well, after the extremely long episode last time, it was nice to have a much shorter one this time. My throat isn't in agony after this one. That is so much better. And also, still don't know who that bluish-silver person was. We've had them mentioned quite a few times. Like, we know that they're a member of Rosmontis' squad, but I don't really know anything about them in particular. But I assume that they, like, fell in battle or whatever, and now Rosmontis is really broken up about it, and that's quite sad. What else did we see in the episode? We saw in like the past with Pith and Kal'tsit talking about Rosmontis tests, and how she was doing like really well in those ones. That was definitely interesting to see. Wasn't really necessarily a lot else that happened in that. It was just a brief talk at the beginning about the Rosmontis' squad. Then we had interaction with the herdified soldiers, and then it was just a brief discussion at the end, and that was it. So not really else I can say about that, but it was interesting. I'm curious to see what's going to be happening next, though. Anyway, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, and why not subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and ring the notification bell, it does something I still don't know what, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next level. So for now, goodbye everybody, and roll the outro.
I gave that bastard what he deserved. A funeral. Fit for a king.